coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Welcome to the home of the Wells Fargo Championship, where the likes of Rory McIlroy, Ricky Fowler, and long-hitting J.B. Holmes have all won. It was first opened for play in 1961. It has really grown through the years, and it is now played by the best in the world. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novello for EA Sports. Let's jump down to the golf course. But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Good contact, good result. Frank, Rory McIlroy had his coming out party on the PGA Tour right here at Quail Hollow. That was in 2010. You remember that final round 62?
We certainly do, Rich. That great finish to post 62. Personally, I thought that was the best round shot in 2010. And not just because it was his first win, but it showed you what he was capable of. And then obviously we've got to see that ever since.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Moves into the top 25 with that birdie. Let's go over to the fifth hole. Early in the round and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, and actually a good position to really springboard the round from here.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
You can't ask for much more than that. About 5 feet away. Beautifully done. Shouldn't be a problem here. Don't know if it's good enough for a win, but that is good enough to make the highlights of the night. An eagle, Frank, and some movement on the leaderboard.
That'll feed the wife and kids.
Frank, this is where you know that players like Bubba Watson, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy are playing a different game than guys like me. They step up to this 250-yard par 3, and they might hit 5-iron. It is a little downhill, but they might be with a middle iron, where a lot of us would be with a driver.
Well, you see the advantage of that power on this very hole, not just because of the length they got to hit it, but the green they're heading into. This green slopes off in both directions, right and left, so you have to land that ball in the middle of the green. So, yeah, it's a big advantage if you can go at this hole with like a 5-iron.
Solid play, heart of the green. This is a 22-foot putt.
Normally you'd be happy to take 2 from there. What's one going to feel like? Great putt.
Frank, there's a lot to chew on here as you get to the tee at the 532-yard par 5/7.
In today's game, 530 plus change you'd think is incredibly short. And look at the trouble in front of you. Water all the way down the right side and around that right side of the green. Bunkers left. This is not for the faint of heart.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Frank, here we are at another par 5. Second shot to the 7th. Is it time to go pedal to the metal?
Yeah, this is the shortest of the 4 par 5s, and the second shot has to be respected. Left obviously isn't ideal, but it's still better than letting the ball go to the right.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Excellent lead for birdie to move to 5 under for the tournament. Frank, in modern professional golf, we're seeing more and more drivable par fours, like the 8th here at Quail Hollow, 350 yards. What do you think of this hole?
It's not a bad hole. Drivable, some might say, but the angle of the green means it's hard for that tee shot to keep on the green. But I think the reward for hitting a driver is try and sort of aim at that tree just left of the green. And the reason why is then you've got to pitch up the direction of the green. This is a really narrow green.
Not a long shot here into the 8th, but Frank, this approach is still pretty challenging.
Yeah, this is a very narrow green with 4 different levels. So you can either go low, try and skip it up there, or just sort of grab a lofted wedge and try and land it and keep it on the same tier.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. I tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. Former college #1 makes another birdie. There you have it, Frank. First round is complete. What are your thoughts, partner?
Rich, I think anyone inside the current top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly well placed to go on and take this championship.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo set to call all the action here at the Wells Fargo Championship. We are at Quail Hollow, and Frank, it is really one of the best courses on tour.
It is a great state of North Carolina where Donald Ross developed so many great courses. They're the sort of courses that we're used to seeing, but this is a relatively new golf course. First opened up in 1961, but it certainly fits in with the North Carolina landscape. Mature trees, holes well cut out, beautiful greens, and interesting finish.
How do you like that finishing stretch? They call it the Green Mile.
Some might think it's purgatory, but I think it's the perfect touch to a great golf course.
It should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par. That's a good par there, Rich.
Now to the first par 5 here at Quail Hollow, the 5th hole. It's 570 yards, and it would seem, Frank, that this tee shot sets up well for a guy like Rory McIlroy.
It does. Someone that hits it long and moves the ball right to left, and that's what you're going to have to do here. One of the main reasons for that is not necessarily the dog leg, but the fact that the fairway, Rich, slopes away from you. It slopes to the right and away. So that makes that tee shot so much more difficult. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Settles in over the putt. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just a little tap in here. Frank, this is a good position to be in for a player. Making birdies, making some moves.
Yeah, starting to get the momentum, too, for the finish.
On the green, short, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
He can't believe it. Thought it was in.
No, it's at sneaky distance.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Well, Frank, an eagle is in play here at the par 5 7th.
And a 6, and a 7, and an 8, or a 9, actually. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long ways. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank's second shot here at the par 5 7th. You having a go at this one?
Yes, but you still have to respect the water and the trouble around, so anything slightly left of that flag is fine.
Good swing, good shot yet again. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green regulation all day long. This from 7 feet. Frank, you hate to miss it from that distance.
More than a setback there.
Par yesterday, after birdie. Continuing to play outstanding golf, 9 under par for the tournament with the birdie. Frank, I love a drivable par 4. In the modern power game, it really adds an element of excitement. And here we go at the 350-yard par 4/8.
Well, you're definitely going to love this one then, Rich, because it ticks all the boxes here. There's no water in play, just a few bunkers down the left and the one that protects the right side of the green. And you've got a really narrow green, so plenty of reward with minimal risk. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Standing over his birdie putt. Well, yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
Frank, this is a really good way to finish out the front side here at Quail Hollow. 495-yard par 4.
Yeah, it's the longest par 4 at Quail Hollow. Some say it might be the toughest. I'm not quite in that camp. And the reason why, that green slopes in from both sides, the left and the right. But you can see why good drivers have done well here, because there's a big reward for thumping a big, long, straight drive down here.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday.
Given the situation, Rich, things so tight at the top. Very, very good birdie.
That was huge right there. Still with a great chance to come away with this title. EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. And we welcome you to one of the most popular golf courses on the PGA Tour. It is Quail Hollow. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Frank, it is just starting to heat up out on the golf course. Fans are streaming in, anticipating a highly contested event with the best golfers in the world.
One reason the fans love this course so much, Rich, the Green Mile. It's fine to have a good golf course, but it's got to have a great finish. It's got a great finish, then it becomes a great golf course. Quail Hollow has that great finish of 16, 17, and 18.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Wow, Frank, I did not expect that. An eagle. This is the start of what some say is the toughest finishing stretch on the PGA Tour. It's known as the Green Mile. Frank, what makes it so challenging?
Well, this hole in particular, Rich, the dogleg right, it means it plays every inch of it's just over 500 yards. That bunker you can see down the right, 325 yards to carry that. If you can fly the ball that far, at least you can chew off 2/3 of this hole, and that is well required here. Otherwise, it's a long, long second shot.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That is a really good shot, landing close to the flagstick. Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. He's in the hole for a birdie. Frank, the 17th here at Quail Hollow. It is all you want.
And a bit more, actually. The only advantage the player has, it plays a little bit downhill. But when you look at the lake in front of you, if there's any swirling breeze out there, it just becomes a nightmare trying to choose the right club.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Safely aboard. Getting set now over the putt. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Here we are, the 18th hole at Quail Hollow. Simply put, Frank, a player needs to hit maybe his best tee shot of the day.
I would agree with you, Rich. If you were to measure this hole from trees on the left to trees on the right, it's actually a really wide fairway or expansive land. But that creek that just meanders its way through the middle of this hole completely changes the nature of this hole. And consequently, you get the nail on the head. If you don't hit a good tee shot, you will rack up something here. And I've got no idea how big it would be.
Birdie try up next. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Good putt. And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Thanks for joining us here today in Charlotte, North Carolina for the final round of the Wells Fargo Championship. Frank, what do we have out here today?
Well, if history has a chance of repeating itself, remember those great closing rounds by Rory McIlroy? That 62, that was one of the best rounds ever shot that year, back in 2010. And, of course, that playoff, too. Ricky Fowler back in 2012. We actually beat out then world number one Rory McIlroy with that stunning drive down the finishing hole and brilliant wedge to a tight flag. This golf course, it can give it, it can take it away. But for us, from where we're sitting, Rich, we'll enjoy the view today.
No doubt about it. Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Wouldn't say that was his best, but not bad either. On the green and with a putt. This is a pretty long putt. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. Ooh, so close. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Chalk that up as a birdie for the scorecard. Back here at the par 4 11th at Quail Hollow, set to tee off. What's the right game plan here, Frank?
Oh, there's two, really. That left bunker off the tee, it's about 265 yards to get it on the fairway, or 308 yards, 310 yards run out there. I've seen players just try and carry the bunker, sort of set up a short iron, and I've seen players like Rory McIlroy just try and blast a driver with a hook on it. Both strategies have worked.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Here we are now at the 12th, and Frank, this is a beautiful but dangerous hole, par 4.
It is in a number of ways. The hole bends gently to the right, which you'd think would favour a nice little fade, but the fairway just seems to shrink up. I've seen this fairway missed by so many good players. And plus its yardage, 450 odd. You can't really lay back too far, otherwise you've got too long for your second shot.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Locked in on the read and the speed. He's made it. Here we are at the par 3, 13th hole. It's 210 yards. What does it take here, Frank?
It's one actually where you'd rather be conservative than aggressive here. And the reason why is this green tends to roll off at the back and the front and the middle there. So it's just something that pitches more in the central part of the green is really what's required.
That is classy.
A chance of going in.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. In the hole for birdie. Well, Frank, as we arrive at the par 4 14th, just 345 yards, our players no doubt are looking for a little advice from a guy who's been there. You've done it at the highest level. What's the right play here?
Rich, after all these years, I think it's like a modified tee shot. And what I'm going to say with that is like a strong 3-wood, something that pitches around 270 and kicks 30 or 40 yards, finishes up about 20 yards short of the green. I think that's the best ploy. You won't be able to get at all the flags, but I think you'll play the hole under par for the week.
When's the right time to pull out the big driver and have a go at this green?
I don't think there is, but maybe you at home should try.
That is another laser right at the flagstick. These putts keep the round together. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the par 5, 15th hole, 577 yards. Frank, you remember what Rory McIlroy did here in 2010? That final round, 62?
I certainly do, Rich. That was an amazing run on the second 9. And holes like this, too. He just stood up here with a driver and just obliterated it down there with a nice draw. Took those bunkers out of play and just set up a mid-iron.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
And it makes the green in regulation. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. At last, we have arrived at the start of one of the most daunting finishing stretches in all of golf. They call it the Green Mile, 16.
He goes after it like he is here. Just smokes it. Whoa, that is long. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
We'll make birdie if this drops. Mark a birdie on the card. Just 2 holes remaining here at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the signature par 3, 221 yards, the 17th.
And they have a multitude of tees here. One of the new back tees is actually where the old 16th green was. And if you think don't go left is the way to play, then that won't work either, because right's not that much good. This is it. Stand on the tee, and you better hit a good shot.
How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just drip that in.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
Now to the finishing hole here at Quail Hollow. Frank, what can we expect?
If there was a name for this hole, Rich, it should be called Narrows. The creek that meanders its way down the left side and actually divides that hole into really half the size of what a normal par 4 should be. That makes it hard. The bunker on the right is your bailout area, just over 290 yards to get past that, and then the narrowest green that still sits up against the lake. This is just a brutal finish.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday and a chance for another one today. This is to win the Wells Fargo Championship.
Well read.
Frank, year in, year out, the Wells Fargo Championship delivers the excitement and the great champions. And this year, well, it didn't disappoint.
No, joining the list of, the Ricky Fowlers, the Rory McIlroys, the J.B. Holmes, Sean O'Haire, Tiger Woods, Furyk, list goes on. These are the best players in the game. So adding your name to that list really is the hallmark of a very, very successful professional golfer.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Players. Welcome once again to TPC Sawgrass for the Players. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo, set to bring you all the action. And Frank, the 17th hole is always the place to be during this great championship.
It certainly is, Rich. The energy, as we know, each and every year has just been electric at 17, and I don't expect it to be any different today. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Second shot now at the 10th, and again, Frank, accuracy is at a premium.
Yeah, gone are the days to sort of thrash it out of the trees like Phil Mickelson. Ideally, coming out of that fairway, you're hitting to a green that moves to the right, so that makes it a little bit more difficult than what the mind's eye first sees. Really, this is an awkward length.
Record that as a birdie to bring the score to 1 under for the tournament. Action resuming early on the back nine. Let's go to hole number 11. Nothing noteworthy here in the first round, Frank, but still plenty of golf to be played.
That's right, Rich. A little bit of a dry spell, but really not a lot of damage done.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long.
Second shot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. Well, that was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back? And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Now to the par 4 12th, and it's a pretty short hole, Frank.
Yeah, Pete Dye often doesn't get enough credit for his short par 4s. This is a great example where one of the features of it is the blind second shot, just to give you a little bit of doubt on judging the distance.
Now the approach to the 12th, Frank. What's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today. And Frank, we always like when they have the whole location back left and that ball trickles down, feeds, and you can see some really good ones and maybe even an ace here.
Yeah, just like Mickelson a few years ago. Down there, it looked like it was going to flirt with a bunker, ran up and over the ridge, and in it goes. This is one where you have to play ground ball as well as high ball.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Sneaking into contention here. That birdie.
Top 15 now on the leaderboard. Frank Tiger certainly had his adventures here at 14.
Well, we'll never forget that. Spun it left. In the end, was very, very lucky to get away with 6. Had it been 7, Garcia might have just caught him at the post, but he will, and we will, never forget 14.
He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good swing, good shot yet again. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
It's at sneaky distance. How did that not go in?
He'd settle for par here. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Now to the 15th, and Frank, I know this is a hole that you really like.
Yeah, it gets no respect in my book, which I think is a shame. Just a nice dogleg to the right. And really 2 good shots and a 3 here, which is actually a rarity. It sets you up for those closing 3 holes. Too often people just take 15 lightly. And 15 has just a gentle nibble that turns into a bite.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, all of a sudden, another player to factor in on this leaderboard.
And things are starting to tighten up right now. We'll see where the next move comes from.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, now the second shot here at hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many a shot's caught those trees coming into this green.
Good-looking shot right here. That is how it's done, right there. What an approach shot. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Has his par. 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass generally plays into the wind, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those 3 little pop bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders once again all the way down the left side. The bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle off the tee.
Wow, that is a monster drive. 18 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Moves into the top 10 with that birdie. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just has the feel today. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. He'll need to be strong with this. No way! He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch up.
Frank getting set now for one of the more exciting back nines in all of golf right here at TPC Sawgrass.
And it starts at 10. It looks like a dogleg to the left, really, but you've got to play it as a straightaway tee shot. You run out just over 310 yards.
Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
One player told me, Frank, that it's like a root canal appointment. You're thinking about 17 all day long.
I think a root canal at times would be more enjoyable than playing 17 on a windy day.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Putt for par. He needs one. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
Certainly doesn't hurt it.
All right, hole number 11 here at the TPC Sawgrass, 558-yard, par 5. No shortage of options, no shortage of hazards, Frank.
If there's one hole at TPC Sawgrass where you can lift the edge out of your shoes, this is it.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Frank, that's the biggest roar I've heard all week long. That was an eagle roar.
For good reason. Not just an eagle, too. All of a sudden, back in contention.
Frank, right where you want to be at the midway point of a tournament.
Yeah, you know your game's solid. The focus is more on the leader, and that you can just go out and play. Excellent position to be in.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's third-round coverage of the Players. We're at the TPC Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, for one of the game's most prestigious titles, the Players Championship. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Gave that the full treatment. Get up. That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, how do you size up the approach shot now at the 6th?
Ideally, you'd want to have a good yardage in here. Something where you can hit a nice, high, lofted short iron to make sure that you don't mess with those palm trees. Oh, solid strike. Right in the heart of the green.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
Just a couple of feet. He'll take par and move on. Seventh hole here at Sawgrass. Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round. Yet another birdie and yet another tie at the top of the leaderboard.
Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination. That was not an easy bunker shot. He made it look so easy.
Really good composure. That bunker was not going to mess up his plans here. drops it in. Frank, I think this is one of the most fascinating holes on the golf course. The 583-yard par 5 ninth hole.
With technology now, a lot more players can reach this par 5 too. Gone are the days where it was a true three-shotter, but I remember when Sergio Garcia hit that 3-wood from, what was it, 270, 280 yards? Still one of the best shots I've ever seen.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. What an eagle right there, Frank, and what a time to deliver that kind of decisive shot. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Players.
Just smokes it. What a great shot.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Frank, halfway home on maybe the toughest par 4 in the golf course.
Yeah, for some reason, for such a big green, it's always hard to get that second shot close.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That is how it's done, right there. What an approach shot. Par yesterday, now for birdie. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And that's in for a par. Back to the TPC Sawgrass, the 15th hole. It's a par 4 as we make our way to this finishing stretch. And Frank, what's in store for the Players here?
Another one of those par 4s around 450 yards. Ideally hit it tee shot down the right side, keeping away from that bunker, but that's a flat bunker down the right with no lip, so it's still not too bad. The biggest problem here is that green. So many undulations on this green.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, fans watching, they love excitement in the game. 16's an exciting hole, isn't it?
Well, that's where you get it, because you hear the roars. You start to see the big crowds that go all the way around 16, 17, and 18T. You feel where you are in the tournament, too. A movement that starts at 16 can be carried all the way to the clubhouse.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Frankie's going for 2 birdies in a row.
If he can knock this one in, then that's certainly going to help the confidence.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, as a fan, it's so exciting because it's just so simple as well. Ball's in the air. You're wondering, where is it? Wet, dry, short, long, winner or loser?
And it's no surprise that this hole was an accident. This one was designed by, not Pete Dye, but his wife Alice Dye. But we have seen so...
Frank, I think that went in. It's a one. It's a hole in one. He made an ace. That is unbelievable. Now one of the more difficult holes in golf. The 18th here at Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4 in 2030.
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Good contact, good result. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, you found dry land, that's the good news, but now you have this second shot, which is very daunting.
Yeah, once again, you're looking at water on the left side, so the tendency is to miss it on the right. But that's a very, very difficult up and down. This is another second shot. You've just got to brave it.
Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie to win the Players' Championship. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just a fantastic week of golf. Add that one to the win count.
A lot of great quality players out there, and to come on top of that leaderboard is truly a great accomplishment.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Heading out to the action now, we pick up with our featured golfer at hole number 10. Has not been a stellar performance to this point, but Frank, not too bad.
When he goes after it like he is here, smoked that one.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Getting set now over the putt. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time that one gets him in the top 10.
Now at the only hole on the course that starts with a 1 at the beginning of the yardage, this par 3 11th, just under 200 yards, right around 197. That will be a great look at birdie. These putts keep the round together. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Nice par to remain 1 under. 12th hole doesn't look very long on the card, just 391 yards, a par 4, but it requires some accuracy off the tee, and there is that bunker on the right, and then the bunker short of the green, so a player will have to be precise. And if you can get it in the right spot off the tee, then you have a chance to go at this flag. Nice long tee shot there, and a good lie, Frank. All right, so they have the number. Now they have the green light, trying to get at this hole location. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie. And yet another birdie, this time inching into the top 5.
Now at the par 4 13th. This is a good one. Strong challenge here at East Lake.
Oh, that's fine.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole. And that par certainly won't hurt the cause.
There's still some time. Backing up that long 13th hole, we now arrive at the 14th, and this, too, is a challenging par 4, Frank.
Tough fairway to hit because of the pitch from the left side of the fairway to the right side of the fairway. No fairway bunkers to worry about, but if you watch the Tour Championship over the years, you'll find the majority of the field live in that right rough. It's the most difficult part of playing this downhill par 4.
Frank, looking at a downhill approach shot here at the par 4 14th, how important is club selection?
It's vital here, Rich. You've got to adjust for that downhill. Plus, the pitch of the fairway, more than often, the ball is going to be slightly below your feet. So if anything, you want to err on the left side of the flag.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. This one just requires a little bit of focus. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Perfect. And in the hole. What a shot. At the 14th now, 442-yard par 4 goes downhill a bit.
Yeah, you have to hit the ball down the left side of the fairway, Rich, because everything slopes to the rough on the right. Ball hangs up on the left side. There's a lone tree in the rough there that often comes into play. Green slopes away from the players to the left, and those two bunkers, the reason why they're pinched in, well, when you're in the rough, you'll find out why they're there.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. That ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. I tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie.
That was a great first day out there, Rich.
I really enjoyed it. We saw a lot of birdies, excellent play, and some impressive names on top of this leaderboard. Anybody's game. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. Player knows they're on the move with that birdie. Quick glance at the leaderboard. They can see, Frank, they're not out of it.
Things are very volatile right now.
Hole number 8, now another dogleg left. Set up here, 405 yards, par 4. This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, that's it. New member of the...
Getting set now for the approach here at the par 4 8th, and most important, just to take enough club to carry that bunker guarding the front of the green. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. Frank, this is a good position to be in for a player. Making birdies, making some moves.
Yeah, starting to get the momentum, too, for the finish.
To finish off the front 9 now, we are on to the first of 2 par 5s on the course, measuring at exactly 600 yards.
That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Could it be? Frank, that's the biggest roar I've heard all week long. That was an eagle roar.
For good reason. Not just an eagle, too. All of a sudden, back in contention.
Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip. Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Moving on to the 11th here, 197 yards. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
Right in the heart. Most players will hit fairway woods or long irons off the tee on this downhill par 4. There's an overhanging tree and some deep rough on that left side of the fairway.
It's going for a little extra.
Really powering up here. But this one has a chance to be really good. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That is another laser right at the flagstick. Settles in over the putt.
Given the situation, Rich, things so tight at the top. Very, very good birdie.
That was huge right there. Still with a great chance to come away with this title. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Well, look at this. Look at all the power in that coil. In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back 9. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Par yesterday, now for birdie. With that birdie, moves one shot closer to the lead. Now at the only hole on the course that starts with a 1 at the beginning of the yardage, this par 3 11th, just under 200 yards, right around 197. That is classy.
No chance of going in.
So a tester from 4 feet. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Now to the par 4 12th. It's only 391 yards, so Frank, where could a player run into some trouble here?
It's actually the green here, Rich. The whole hole slopes downhill, and when you look at the second shot into this green, it looks like it pitches back to front, but that's an optical illusion. When you get onto this green, it's actually relatively flat, but you'd swear the green slopes towards you.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. And he has it for birdie. Now at the par 4 13th, and this one is all you want. Good, challenging tee shot, and then you need to put the ball in the right spot on the green. It slopes back to front. This one will require a player to be dialed in.
What a great shot. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, we were commenting earlier in the day that this round had really gone wrong. Are you surprised that he's been able to put it back together?
I certainly am. He'd lost his composure, his rhythm. So really to be playing this well so quickly after that, you tip your hat.
Always a chance in this game. Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Birdie try up next. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Good roll. Old oaks and tall pines make this straightaway par 4 a really tight and demanding driving hole. Longer tee shots could leave a difficult side hill stance along the right side of the fairway. That two-tiered green is bunkered on both sides with the green sloping again from back to front. Players placing their ball below the hole will have chances for birdie. Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
This is a good-looking shot.
It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Third shot, looking for a good one. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that.
It's at sneaky distance.
Dropping a shot here late in the round, Frank, with that bogey at the 14th. This to surrender, only one shot.
Rich, with so few holes left, bogeys are just that much more expensive.
And that will really hurt his chances of catching the leader. Well, Frank, a great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th.
You'd think just blaze away with the driver, but those two bunkers down the right side are a perfect distance off the tee to make you respect those. And that one down the left, well, if you pull it a little bit, that can come into play. And that second shot, well, is virtually straight up the hill.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Up to the 15th green, but looking at a tough putt, considerably long, over 25 feet away. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round.
Yet another birdie and yet another tie at the top of the leaderboard.
Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Peach Invitational.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday. And trying for another one today. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Even with that par, will drop down on the leaderboard.
Time to change gears. Birdie time.
Let's keep it going now at the 14th, 442-yard par 4. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Birdie try again here today. How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. Let's crawl that. Hole's round. Ball's meant to go in.
That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Now getting settled over the ball here at the 15th. East Lake, second of the par 5s on the course, 525 yards.
He's gone for a little extra. Grab the fire extinguisher. Put out that ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
Great strike and a great result. Setting up, good chance to attack the flag. Big swing coming up here at the par 5 15th. Frank, high-level players are never terribly disappointed to play from the fringe, and that's where this ball has ended up.
Yeah, it could have been better. It could have been worse, but in the end, you just got nothing much you can do about it now. A couple of choices coming up.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. Very well done, almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. A good effort, a good par putt. Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4. Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today.
That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
So they'll tap in. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Now the 17th hole here at East Lake, 455 yards, made famous a few years back by Bill Haas, who splashed one out of the water left of the green on his way to winning the FedEx Cup Championship. Good contact, good result. Great line. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way. Frank, now one of the most important shots of the round, the second here at the 17th at East Lake.
It's amazing what a second shot in the middle of the green will do, especially in this sort of a situation, Rich. You can putt to all the corners of this green.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That will be a great look at birdie. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Frank, that birdie will help the cause. On to the finishing hole here at East Lake Golf Club. Not many courses end with a par 3. It's always a fun finishing hole. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. So another tournament in the books, Frank, and what'd you make of this one?
Quality venue once again, Rich. The standard of courses we're seeing is excellent, and consequently it's enabling the players to really play some great golf. So I think golf's the winner today.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship.
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces.
Has it come down yet? Not only is it straight, it's mega long.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
These putts keep the round together. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Getting set now over the putt. Solid par right there.
They're doing a good job. Nothing wrong with being in the top 10 right now. I don't know if they can win from there.
Second hole now here at Chambers Bay in the U.S. Open, Frank. It's a relatively short par 4.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's easy, though. This is more of a strategic hole. You want to lay the ball up around sort of 270, 280 yards. Avoid that big bunker on the left. It is going to leave a short on in, but the hole bends to the left as well as the slope of the land is right to left. Got to take that into account.
Well, now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Oh, my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close. In? Just a great shot.
At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners. More like ragtails, but beautiful par 3. Second shot.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. And now let's go down to the action at the 4th. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
Basically just trying to do the same things. We're seeing good driving, good approach play, and very good speed on the green right now. Keep doing the same thing.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, when I think about the U.S. Open, I think about Justin Rose at Merion in 2013. He hit a nearly perfect drive right down the middle, right next to that famous Hogan plaque, Hogan winning there in 1950. And then he hits that second shot, the 4-iron, and it appears to be perfect. But U.S. Opens aren't always fair, are they? And then from that point, he took what appeared to be a bad break, and he still went forward for the win.
I think it's a great example, Rich, that you just brought up. I mean, there's an example of two of the best shots hit in U.S. Open pressure, and yet they're not rewarded with a birdie putt. And I think that's what defines the toughest championship that there is in golf.
Kind of a tricky read. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Frank, looks like pars are just not good enough at this stage of the tournament.
Yeah, scoring's way too good today, Rich.
Well, Frank, this day had it all, didn't it?
It certainly did, Rich. It's always nice to play parkland golf where you play the ball through the air. But every now and again, when you get the opportunity to play a golf course like Chambers Bay and you get to see how the game was really invented, it can be played just as well along the ground as it can through the air. It's been fun.
Just a tremendous day here in the Great Northwest from Chambers Bay in the state of Washington. For my partner, Frank Novelo, and all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship. Good swing, good shot yet again. Ooh, nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. This from about 10 feet. Maybe a misread right there. This for him would be one drop shot. Well, you can't afford to give away strokes coming down the stretch. Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Bend slightly to the right. There's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called beached.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie.
Now putt for par.
Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. Well, on the dance floor, not bad, 8 feet from the hole. Shouldn't be a problem here. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
That's how you maintain momentum. You make those putts for par. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. With that birdie, moves one shot closer to the lead. There you have it, Frank. The second round is complete. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think anybody looking at this leaderboard, anybody in the top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly in a good position to win. Quality of the golf there in that first 10 is excellent.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You've just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in. Well, for such a strong man, weak putt.
Now I'll have to make this just to avoid making Michael Bublé. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Wow, check out the elevation change, Frank, from tee all the way down to the fairway. No wonder they call this the fifth hole here at Chambers Bay. Free fall.
You better take a parachute, that's for sure, but you're going to need a parachute to land the ball and stop it on the screen as well. Not overly long, well, should I say US Open standards, 488. You know, these days they stretch it well over 500 yards. But one of the tighter tee shots.
Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Frank, what do we have with the approach shot here at the fifth?
Just got to be cognizant of that bunker. That's you can see it there. That's just central front of this green. You either got to go around it, or if you're good enough, then you go straight over it. But you've got to have a ton of spin on the second shot.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
This for birdie. Frank, this is a good position to be in for a player. Making birdies, making some moves.
Yeah, starting to get the momentum, too, for the finish.
Ready to tee off here at the sixth. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
Well, as long as it's not the rough, the bunkers, well, there's no trees here, really. That little green strip, that runway down there. Another hole that bends to the right. But find the fairway. The fairway's wide enough. You've got a pretty good idea exactly where you want to go. And once again, this is one of the shorter par fours. So good drive here, just a short iron in.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Well, that was just a lousy putt right there. No other way to say it. These putts keep the round together. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Good putt. Well, Frank, what a stretch of tough par fours here at Chambers Bay. Now to the seventh. Long uphill par four and a lot of trouble to the right.
Yeah, and it's all sand, that's for sure. If you miss the fairway on the left, it's all dunes, so take your pick, really. But ideally, that green piece that the the superintendent often knows each and every day. That's the place to go. And for a US Open at 508 yards, if you miss that little green strip, then this hole will be hazardous because it's going to play a lot longer than that uphill.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Safely on deck.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Frank, we know we're at a U.S. Open, 500-yard par 4s, and here a better than 600-yard par 5 at the 8th.
Yeah, you need a missile really off the tee to be able to reach this par 5 and 2, and not a single bunker really on this hole, so this is just long every stretch of the way. The fairway actually looks a little bit narrower than what it is. There's a little bit more fairway than actually what meets the eye at first.
Excellent position, just a huge shot. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Third shot, looking for a good one. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Moving that much closer to the leader now, Rich.
Good third round, Frank, and a good spot heading to the final 18.
Yeah, to be in the top 5 right now, the caliber of this field, know that your game is good enough too, and a legitimate chance of taking home the trophy come tomorrow night. This really is what all those hours on the range contribute to, this moment right now.
EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live final round coverage of the United States Open Championship. It's just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taking off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. All right, Frank, what's the best way to approach the 10th?
Well, this is probably the flattest green on the golf course, Rich, and really, if you miss this green, you've made a mistake. There's no two ways about it. It's probably the most predictable second shot you're going to have on the golf course.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. And now we'll have this for birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Hit it. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Stepping up to the tee here at the 11th, Frank.
It looks straightforward. You see a big dune in the middle of the fairway. You can really take that out of play. He's gone for a little extra.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
Whoa, that is long. Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one.
The 11th hole. Frank, what's ahead here?
This is another green that's sort of sloped. There's a lot of little slopes in this green here, plus the green angles from right to left. So it just depends on whether that second shot that lands. You've got to be well aware of what you're landing on. If you're landing on a downslope, it's going to kick forward. Obviously, an upslope, it's going to stop that much quicker. This is an awkward length.
So a good birdie, and the score looks good too. 2 under for the tournament. Frank, when you think of U.S. Opens, you so often think of a tough grind, but in recent years they've added some spice with the reachable par 4s, and we have one right here at the 12th.
And this is the reason why we're starting to see a different type of U.S. Open champion over the years. The Rory McIlroys, the Tiger Woods, even Martin Keimer. Guys that are strong enough, powerful enough to take advantage of these type of holes.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. That was not a very good read right there. Settles in over the putt. Wow, I thought he made that. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
Well, you can't afford to give away strokes coming down the stretch. Coming down the stretch here at the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay, just 6 holes to play, and Frank, this par 4 13th will really test the players.
It is. If someone makes 3 here down the stretch, it will be monumental. A 4 here, no one would leave this hole unhappy.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Now playing the second here at the par 4. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
He's knocked it on the green. Chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. It just, you feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Frank, a 5th consecutive par 4 here at the U.S. Open. This is the 14th hole, and I'm guessing by the time you set foot on this tee, you'll know exactly where your game is at?
Oh, this one here, great reward for someone that's driving the ball well. If you can drive it, down the left middle, avoid that little one-pot bunker in the middle of the fairway, you're going to certainly shorten this hole up. And then you can start to use the contours of this hole too, that bend right to left. And 546 yards becomes much shorter than what you would think. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through.
This has exploded off the club face.
All right, Frank, what's the play into the green here?
Well, this green's got a little bit of a funnel effect. General contours slope right to left. And towards this green, there is a little bit of a ridge and some mounding, short right. But just use those in your favour. The ball's going to do what Mother Nature wants it to do. You don't have to fight it.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. That birdie will help the cause. ...167 yards on this hole. It's the 15th at the U.S. Open. Nice little par 3.
Oh, fun hole. Well bunkered with that. Once again, a bunker on a dominant side of the green. This time the right side. And one little pokey bunker there on the left side. Green's big enough. A few little contours in this green. Magnificent view, of course, but it's fun to have a hole that's not overly long.
On the 15th green in regulation, but not yet in the hole. This is about a 30-footer, and he'll look at it from a couple of different angles just to try to get a feel for it. On the way. Do that, Frank. What a putt.
I don't go that far in a holiday.
Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Been slightly to the right. There's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called Beach.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Doing whatever he wants with that golf ball. Moving it left, moving it right, hitting it straight when it's called for. He's doing it all. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Pressure's beginning to rise here. 17th hole of the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay. And this one, Frank, the par 3, will require a really good shot.
It's amazing how many US Opens have great 17th hole. I think of Winged Foot, par 3, 17th, even Marion, par 3. This one will certainly fit in the same vein. It's named Derailed, and it will derail many a player trying to win a US Open.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walk-in golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance. Rich, it came down to just a shot or two here or there, but we were treated some amazing golf this week.
Just one player standing, and that was earned, well-deserved, beautifully played. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. New course to most of the golfers on tour, this challenging layout just opened in 2015. Today, we're along the east coast of Maine. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo will be calling all the action from the cliffs at Lighthouse Point.
Another great design from Brian Patel, and they really threw the boat out here. Some excellent choice of holes, and you see the changes in elevation. You get this on a windy day, and of course 7,700 yards will play even longer than that. A nice calm day though, Rich, and you really can shoot a good score out here.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there, the easiest of birdies.
Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. Back over to number 7. Nothing noteworthy here in the first round, Frank, but still plenty of golf to be played.
That's right, Rich. A little bit of a dry spell. Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power to...
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Smoked that one.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. I mean, the first rule when you're in a bunker, forever and a day, get it out.
Looking to splash this softly onto the green.